They said it would be the next Game of Thrones. $1 billion budget, an epic universe, millions of fans worldwide. But now, canceled. Silenced, forgotten. The wheel of time has stopped turning. How did one of the most ambitious fantasy adaptations in history, based on a legendary 14-book saga, collapse after just 3 seasons? This isn't just about a show ending. This is about betrayal, fan fury, corporate greed, and a warning to every studio playing with sacred stories. In this video, we're not just telling you why Wheel of Time got canceled, we're revealing what Amazon never wanted you to know. Because behind the scenes, it wasn't just bad ratings. It was something deeper, something darker. This is the full, unfiltered truth. When Amazon announced The Wheel of Time, the hype was real. A sprawling 14-volume epic by Robert Jordan. Over 90 million books sold. A fan base stretching across generations. Amazon poured in a rumored $100 million per season, with some reports placing it even higher. They secured global rights, a massive marketing push, and promised a faithful yet cinematic adaptation. For a moment, it felt like fantasy fans had finally gotten what they'd been waiting for. A worthy successor to Game of Thrones, without the rushed endings or broken promises. Season 1 debuted in 2021. Massive viewership. Top streaming charts. Amazon claimed it was one of their most-watched shows ever, but beneath the surface, cracks were already forming. At first, fans were hopeful. The world of Wheel of Time is dense. Thousands of characters, multiple timelines, deep lore. Some changes were expected, but as episodes aired, something felt off. Key characters were missing, plotlines were rushed, entire arcs were rewritten. By Season 2, the backlash had begun. Hardcore fans felt betrayed. Critics called the pacing uneven, the storytelling hollow. The showrunner, Rafe Judkins, defended the creative decisions. But fans weren't buying it. Reddit threads exploded, YouTube reviews were brutal, and longtime Wheel of Time readers began turning away. The biggest complaint? Amazon was adapting the name of Wheel of Time, but not its soul. Important themes like balance, destiny, and the cyclical nature of time were glossed over. Beloved characters like Matt Cawthon and Perrin Ibarra were altered beyond recognition. And worse, some fans accused the show of pushing agendas at the cost of storytelling. By the end of Season 2, ratings had dropped sharply, engagement plummeted, and the once massive hype, gone. Here's the thing about streaming. It's not just about views. It's about retention, conversion, and profit. Amazon doesn't release full viewing stats, but industry insiders noticed something chilling. Despite the big budget, Wheel of Time wasn't driving new Prime subscriptions. It wasn't trending like The Boys or Reacher. And it definitely wasn't getting the buzz of House of the Dragon or The Rings of Power. Behind closed doors, executives were panicking. Fantasy shows are expensive. CGI, costumes, sets, it adds up fast. And with The Rings of Power already burning through $1 billion budget, Amazon couldn't afford another meh result. By mid-2024, rumors started swirling. Season 3 was already shot, but there might not be a Season 4. The decision wasn't public, but insiders knew. The axe was coming, and then it happened. Quietly, without fanfare. In early 2025, Amazon pulled the plug. No official statement, no dramatic finale. Just silence. You can't cancel a legend without consequence. The Wheel of Time fandom erupted. Petitions were launched, videos went viral. Finish the story. Respect the source. Give us what we were promised. But Amazon stayed silent. And for many fans, that was the final betrayal. Because this wasn't just a show, it was decades of world building, a lifeline for fantasy lovers. And to see it treated like disposable content? Unforgivable. Some fans even accused Amazon of using Wheel of Time as a test run for Rings of Power, throwing it under the bus when priorities shifted. Others pointed out the tragic irony: Robert Jordan died before completing the final books. Brandon Sanderson was brought in to finish the saga with heart, passion, and respect. And yet the TV adaptation, it was abandoned before it could even reach the halfway point. Once again, fans were left with a broken promise. So, what really caused the downfall of Wheel of Time? Let's break it down. 1. Creative changes. The show drifted too far from the source material. 2. Pacing and structure. 14 books condensed into a handful of episodes. It was never going to work. 3. Budget mismanagement. Despite the massive spend, much of it didn't reflect on screen. 4. Poor audience targeting. The show tried to appeal to everyone, and in doing so, connected with no one. 5. Amazon's shift in strategy. Post-2024, Amazon began pulling back from expensive originals. Wheel of Time became a casualty, not just of poor decisions, but of a changing industry. Hope you like our video and also subscribe.